Good morning, everyone. Monday morning. Here we are in Warwick, New York. We have quite a large remediation project today. I estimate about 150 tons need to be pulled out of this 1800 year. I was in the early 1800s home in Warwick. As always, plenty of traffic issues. We deal with them every day. I try to make these videos short. Oh, there's the homeowner. But we'll come over and explain everything that we've got going on today. We just had to go over some things with the homeowner. Now, this was a job where we did a 1,000 gallon tank removal. Tank had massive holes in it. So I fought the fight with State Farm to try to pick up and get this covered. After a while, we actually did get it covered. So this homeowner is very concerned of this 80-year-old driveway. Normally we come in with triaxles, which is 85,000 pound GVW. We can't do that because we'll destroy it. So we're just gonna have to set up quite a bit of ground protecting mats and metal plates to not actually disturb it. And everything that you're looking at here is 80 to 115 years old. So we've taken this fence down. This post has to come out because this will be our access in and out. Here is where the tank removal was. So we're going to begin our excavation. We'll dig out the overburden, which is considered the clean soil above the contamination, which probably begins at 8 feet below grade. We'll load out into 3 of our personal trucks because they're lighter. Then we'll bring them out to the roadway. We'll set up traffic control and we'll load the 3 trucks into the triaxle right out on the main road. So I'm estimating this to be quite a large project. It's going to take 7 days. We're going to take out approximately 150 tons of contamination. So this is a fun one. I will show you right now a picture of the 1,000 gallon tank that we took out. Okay, still back here at Warwick. Just completed setting everything in place. We're going to put some men working signs up. And I'll have 2 people directing traffic. So the plan is we're gonna get our 3 trucks and we're gonna load them up right in a row here. While the excavator sits here and loads out onto an awaiting triaxle on the road. This is because the homeowner did not want any heavy weight on his 80-year-old driveway, which I understood. So we've laid out 24 ground protecting mats. These mats are 85 pounds each, and they actually disperse. They can hold over 10,000 pounds per square foot. So they're pretty good. So we got them all set in place. And then I have 5,000 pounds of 1/2 inch thick metal plates because the trucks will be setting here while I'm loading onto it. Here's our point of impact. We're going to dig the overburden and put it on the plastic so we can neatly put it back. And then we're going to dig into each truck and bring it out. We have a triaxle arriving tomorrow at 7 a.m. And then the second triaxle will be here at about 1:30. So we're going to load these 3 up now and do some sweeping up, some cleaning up, and we'll get ready for an exciting project. So I've excavated most of the overburden, the good soil out just in this area. So you can see the contamination. We have a side wall there, so we're going to test that. That'll determine if I've got to pull those bushes out. If you look all the way down there, you see the moisture, so we possibly are going to hit groundwater. You see all the contamination up here. So we're going to show you what regulates or determines when we stop digging or how bad the actual impact is. The PID meter, it sniffs the volatility of hydrocarbons, TPHC, total petroleum hydrocarbon. Craig took a sample out of the bucket. Sam put it in. And you can see the numbers right now. It's going up to 126, 115, 113, 156, 163, 167. So that'll probably climb to about 200, which is pretty bad. You can see the contamination here. We'll stop digging normally once it gets around 25 on the PID. That's a sample that'll just about to pass. I've already got 10 tons in Big Red loaded out. So this looks like it's going to be a fairly bad impact. And it's a good thing we got it covered by State Farm. Okay, we have just excavated another 30 tons out of the impacted area. You can see the trucks, they've all got gray soil in them. So when you do something like this, the first thing you want to do is you want to try to find a clean bottom. And then you can go out from there. So we're about 14 feet below grade. You can clearly see all the gray. There's about an 8-foot band, it looks like, of gray, 9 feet below grade. So we just took a scoop of the bottom trying to find where it is, and that's going to be right off here, off the bottom. And we put it in the bag, so we're going to do a PID reading. Hopefully we're looking for 20-ish. And it's 150. So, 60 tons in, and I've got a 227 sidewall, a 150 bottom. We've got quite a bit more digging, but right now, it looks like we need to find a place to put about 250 tons of overburden stockpiled, which will disturb this entire area, which will just make it labor intense to clean this all up in the end. All right, we'll come back to you. Beautiful home here, Warwick, New York. You know, when you're in an old home, you know, at some point in time before oil was coal. You know, coal was introduced in the 40s and 50s. So that'll give you an indication on how old that tank is. But it's rare that you still see coal in the homes. So this is where they used to keep the coal. where they had their coal furnace right here, which is now switched over to oil. This is not Tank Master's install, people. But this would not be a fun installation, having to drill that all out. Okay. To go inside of a historic home is pretty cool, where they had their coal chute. And they got Molly. She's a good girl. She's the farm dog. So as I was saying earlier, I wanted to take those bushes out to try to get a clean sidewall. So the bushes are gone, and that was underneath it. So we just took a scoop of it right here, and we're going to test that on the PID meter. It's horrible. It's well over 200 right there. So we're going to get as close to this structure as I can without affecting the integrity of it. If it's a borderline sample, we'll send it to the DEC and ask them for permission to close that sidewall out, because we don't want to jack up a 100-plus-year-old home. So don't have a clean bottom yet. Don't even have a clean sidewall, and I got another 8 inches before I hit the foundation or the footing drain. That looks fairly well. We'll go take a reading of that sidewall, because he's got a really nice brick walkway over here that we don't want to disturb. So this is a fairly big one. When you people hear about horror stories, you can say this is one. We're finishing up day 2 here in Warwick. We have kind of a delineated area of what we feel. It's a 30-foot by 30-foot and 8-foot band. You calculate that in with the soil we've already loaded out. It's going to come out to be about 500 tons. So 500-ton remediation is a substantial one. That's probably going to take us 7 full work days to do. So got a little bit of cleaning up here before we leave, and Craig is right now unloading another 30 tons in the triaxle. He weighed himself down in clean earth in Keysby. First load was 32 tons. We'll unload these 3. We'll go back, we'll clean up. They got a little puppy, so we'll put a safety fence around that hole. Cover all the plastic in case, cover the soil with plastic in case it rains, and sweep all this up. And we'll be back here tomorrow to do it again. Day 3 at the Warwick Remediation. Gonna deal with rain all day today. And as always, just good access. Got 30 tons we're loading out right now. This is day 3. This will be the last video because it's just getting repetitious here. All we're doing is digging, loading, and then loading out. We're probably going to be doing this for another 4 more days. So I'll just give you a quick video what the void looks like. Overnight when we arrived, there was water in the excavation, so we had to dispatch a vacuum truck to pump it out. That gutter just filled it right up. So we replaced that. And we keep on digging. We've got 100 tons out already, and I estimate another 200 tons. We're waiting for the triaxle now to load these 3 Mason dump trucks out, and then that tandem single axle. Day 4 of the Warwick remediation. We're down about 14 feet, and we've taken out 150 tons. We probably have another 150 tons left. And there's the tank master crew. Everybody say hi. Here we are, day 5 in the Warwick remediation. It's actually our 4th day of excavating, and we have approximately 300 tons of soil removed. And just to get an idea of actually how deep this hole is, I wanted to put Craig down in there just so you can get an indication, because the video camera doesn't give it justice. So that's about 300 tons because of those holes that we saw on that 1,000-gallon tank.
From Thursday, the Ethelbert B. Crawford Public Library in Monticello will hold 2 drive-through census events for those who have not yet been counted in the 2020 census. They will take place from 3 to 6 on Tuesday, September.
We are day 7 at the Warwick remediation. We've already backfilled 2 days. Hopefully we can get the bulk of this in here. Making a path to ramp myself down in so I can properly compact it in 12-inch lifts. So we have quite a bit of dirt to bring in. See you back in about 5 hours.
And full with huge savings from Warwick. Sponsor contract, U.S. owners, balance sheet and money. Product selection and prices vary by each store owner. Until last week.
Well, many times on these insurance jobs, we've got oversight. In other words, the insurance company hires oversight to oversee the project. That's Molly. She's handling this for State Farm right now. All right, hopefully one more load will do us for fill, and then we'll start topsoiling. Our last day on the Warwick remediation. We've got the topsoil. We just got to hand rake that, and we'll rake the edges, clean everything up, clean the fence up. We've got to remove the plates, Sweep the driveway. Pick up 22 ground protecting mats. Sweep that driveway all back there. And then we've got to re-concrete that post here. So final day. Okay, Warwick, 243 ton remediation. Just about done sweeping the driveway. Ground protecting mats, metal plates, all put away. Fence posts reinstalled. Topsoil, seed, and Mike and Sam are haying now. About another hour, we'll be done, and of course, another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental.